Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would. Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Set, 18, Gator. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet beat grip.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
At the 24-yard line.
Form is the mark. Squeeze.
A toss to Cook. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Let's go.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Protein spill.
Undercooked.
From the gun, Conrad. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
From the gun, Jackson. He's got it to Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
No chance.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now Jackson on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's fourth down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do? I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. Now, I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you? Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 30.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down. On first down, Conrad. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback. Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film? I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
At the 36-yard line.
Check, 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 check. Check, check,
The
check.
end of the first quarter. With no
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on, fellas.
Ready, ready.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Pull it together. Check, check.
Get it.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Looking to throw. Conrad. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Draw play. Ingram now. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Ingram. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he finds Stills, complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Viking 16. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll take this one down near the 15. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Jackson. And avoids the contact by sliding. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike 40, Mike 40. Hey, let's get in that holes.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Conrad. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Taken in at the 22. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
54. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You're talking about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mode.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try and at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. And this will be caught by Brown. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Two times. Five down. Stand up in.
On the carry, it's Cook. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with it. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. To throw again on second down. Jackson looking left side. Andrews with it complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And Stills bringing it in. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Raven first down.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Jackson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. They go jet sweep here with Williams. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cook. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Ready?
Back to throw. Conrad. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Ingram again. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Hey, wahoo! Cut! Fight!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Conrad. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Check back, check back. Check back.
Off the play fake. Conrad. It's complete to Diggs. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. This will be fielded at the 17. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long, and this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Conrad. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Conrad. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Give to Cook out of the gun. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd and 2, Conrad, and incomplete as the screen there unsuccessful. So now 4th down coming up.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Running for it, here's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a run with Cook. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Conrad. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Conrad. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Jackson, option right, and an alley to run. Space, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. Cut back to the left. And he is in for the score, so how about this? A horrible mistake leads to a defensive touchdown, and a 2-point conversion will tie it. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Following the fumble recovery, Conrad. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Ingram. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Jackson, option right. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So the final